This week on Today's Air Force, a new website helps track airmen and their families after a disaster. Airmen train up soldiers in the Afghan army, and one man's quest to give airmen missing in action since World War II a proper resting place. Hello and welcome to Today's Air Force. I'm Staff Sergeant Nicholas Kurtz. When a natural disaster or large-scale crisis strikes, the Air Force wants to ensure the safety of all airmen and their family members. A new website called the Air Force Personnel Accountability and Assessment System has been set up to help commanders do just that, and its importance is being emphasized straight from the top. According to the commander of the Air Force Personnel Center, Major General Casey McLean, AFPAAS provides valuable information to all levels of the Air Force chain of command, allowing commanders to make strategic decisions which facilitate a return to stability after a crisis. It is a big advancement from our current system, delivering reliable, rapid, real-time, large-scale personnel accountability data directly to commanders and readiness managers. The system represents an all-new, easily accessible way for airmen and commanders to maintain accountability in the wake of a disaster. We talked with officials at the Air Force Personnel Center about the new system to find out more.
The Air Force Personnel Accountability and Assessment System is a web-based application that was born out of a DoD mandate to do by Social Security level accountability of all airmen who are impacted by either a man-made or a natural disaster. And what it does at the heart of it is it provides capability to a commander to do a quick assessment on the whereabouts of their personnel who have to leave an organization because they've been impacted by a disaster. It provides capability for airmen and their families to rapidly gain access to this capability and let us know where they're at. It really is leaps and bounds from where we were before.
Officials say that's because the new system does a better job of letting commanders know where their people are.
Under the old system, we didn't account for everyone. We only reported whoever was not accounted for. Under our new process, we account for everyone, and that's part of the mandate. The mandate says we want to know where everyone is at. Everyone. Under our former mandate, it was tell us who you couldn't find.
And for everyone to be able to log into the system, it has to be both accessible and easy to use.
You can actually look it up through Google, Yahoo. You can find AFPAAS through the Air Force portal. There's various options on typing in AFPAAS straight onto the web. Once you've initiated your login or the family member is logged in, there's a couple screens that are very automatic. The first screen that pops up is your information that says you're impacted by an event, update your accountability. Are you still in your normal location, your current location where you work or live? Or have you been displaced where you've gone to a safe haven status to Granny's house, Uncle John's house, anywhere else that's away from the crisis or disaster. Right behind that, the second A in AFPAAS, our assessments, will come up. A needs assessment that has 19 areas where the members can display anything from where they need additional assistance for exceptional family member programs, they have pets, they need medications, they need additional assistance when they're staying in a hotel. Any types of entitlements and benefits, they can also share those needs directly through AFPAAS as well.
Filling out a needs assessment through AFPAAS after a disaster also helps Airmen and Family Readiness Centers tailor support to affected Air Force personnel.
Airmen and Family Readiness Centers have the responsibility of standing up Emergency Family Assistance Control Centers, aka EFAC. In the case of Katrina, people left the Gulfport, Biloxi area. They went to, Eglin, or they headed north, or, toward Texas. So those Airmen and Family Readiness Centers stood up EFACs to receive people, and basically all those needs in the needs assessment, we had agencies available in our EFACs to help them right there on the spot.
It is very important to know where you are, so your family knows where you are, so your boss knows where you are, so the big government knows where you are. Log on, check it out, make sure your credentials are correct, and if they're not correct, get them fixed. And that is one system that you can look at, and it'll tell you immediate feedback on what your status is in the military.
Now, of course, it's not always possible to get onto the internet from home after a hurricane or earthquake, which is why AFPAAS is designed to be accessible quickly from just about anywhere. Here's Tech Sergeant Steve German to demonstrate.
Thanks, Nick. I'm here at a coffee shop to show you just how easy it is to get to the AFPAAS website. All you need is an internet connection, and then you go to your favorite search engine and type in AFPAAS. Click on Search, and it'll be the first link that pops up. Click on the website, and you'll see a button for airmen and civilians. This takes you to the login screen. Select personal information as the login method, and then all you need is your Social Security number and date of birth. If you're a dependent, just put in your sponsor's information. Click Login and it'll take you to the assessment page, which is where you can request assistance if you're in an area that's been affected by a disaster. Thankfully, right now it's telling me that I'm not in an affected area. So let's go over the personal information and make sure that's current. Click on the My Info tab at the top of the screen and it will bring up your physical address and family member info. If you need to change the info, or if you had to evacuate or something like that, just click on Contact Information, then the Edit button, and put in your updated information. This is very important to do if you've been displaced. You can also update contact info for your family members from the same page. It takes just a couple of minutes and you can do it from any computer that has an internet connection. Nick?
All right, looks pretty simple. Thanks, Sergeant German. Now, if all you have is a phone and no way to get online, you can still access the AFPAAS system by calling their toll-free number. That number is 1-800-435-9941. Coming up next, see how airmen are training Afghan soldiers to take the lead in defending their nation.